Yo, 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 what is up? We are back. We've got Niners and Friends with your hosts, Miriah, 49er Faithfully,
What up?
Beto from NinerSickness,
Órale.
and me, No Crypto from No Border Sports.
The hairless Ryan.
The hairless Ryan. I know. Now you can see my double chin.
El chivato.
You look like a little boy now.
Oh, God. I got carded on my 41st birthday.
Oh, well.
Yeah. I was like, thanks, though. It's like, just give me my Zen and let me go home, bruh.
Hell no.
I don't trip. As long as you're doing the job when the young kids come by and they're not supposed to be getting cigarettes, I don't have an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. So Miriah, it's been a week since I seen you. Since Beto and I seen you, what's been going on with you?
Not much. Living my life of pain and anxiety these last few days, so I haven't slept much. It's been a rough few days, but
Pain.
We're here.
What's pain?
you know.
Sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
Get some sleep. I hate not sleeping. When I broke my rib and like I had to sleep on the floor and I couldn't get comfortable because like the floor sucks, but I couldn't get, any sleep because of the pain when I slept on the bed. You know what I'm saying? I was like, fuck me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
It's tough. Chronic pain is no joke, man. It's like I tell people, it's like I'm trying to go to sleep with a bad toothache. If anybody ever had a toothache or earache and it's really at the worst point and you're trying to fall asleep, it's impossible.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's been a rough couple days, but I'll be glad to get my mind off of things for a little while at least. So good seeing you guys.
Shout out to everybody in the chat real quick. We got Bebop Jones in the house.
Pepperoni.
We got Throwback in the house.
Throw it back.
Throwback.
We got Bryant Culp.
BC.
Órale, Bryant.
And we got Dina Harvey in his house.
Dina.
And we got Carcast.
What's up?
And we got Tanya. What up?
Tanya. Hey, sis.
Tanya, my bad.
Yeah, I know. I'm like Tanya.
I didn't. I feel like such an ass now.
What's up, Tanya?
Okay. It's probably because I'm a big ass, but
Tanya.
We even got Joey in the house. What up, Joey? Did you make it a time to hear that?
What's up, Joey? Surprised he didn't call you Jojo.
You love her because she gets your name right. I get it. I understand.
She gets your name right at the right time, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Okay. Anyway.
Not that I know personally, but yeah.
Yeah, huh? You're talking like you do.
No.
So let's get into some good news real quick. Today, a very special person to us got inducted into the Bay Area Sports Hall of Fame. Patrick Willis should be in the Football Hall of Fame, but he got snubbed. So I just kind of wanted, I think it was a great time for us to go around and, talk about how gifted he was and how much he meant to us. So, Miriah, let's start with you.
Yeah, I hadn't even heard that because I haven't really been, on Twitter paying attention to anything. So, but yeah, that's awesome because like you said, he has gotten snubbed into the regular Hall of Fame. Hopefully he makes it there soon. However, they want to always blame it on his shortened career, when really they should pay attention to the player that he was when he was on the field, right? Like, why I mean, what makes sense to, like, let's say you play 6 Hall of Fame years, but then you play another 4 years at the end of your career, right? And you're like staggering, you're only playing half a season, so you're playing 4 shitty years at the end, right? That's better than to just, okay, I'm playing all these Hall of Fame careers, and now because of injury, because of family, because of whatever reasons, I can't give it 100% anymore. So I'm going to call it quits early, yet you had those perfect years when you did play. So I think, I don't know, the way the Football Hall of Fame is like these days is just weird. It's the people that vote on it, it shouldn't be them. And I don't know. It's like kind of like the mid Hall of Fame, on some some aspects, like people get voted in because of their positions, because of, they were popular, because of all these other reasons. I just don't feel like it's held to the standard that it once was. But that's another topic for another day. But yeah, I mean, Willis, we know. And, the thing is, when you hear other fans talk about players on your team and they give them the same respect that 49ers fans give him, that's when you know that you have a great player, right? Like right now with CMC, he gets that overall respect across the whole league, all fans from all teams, right? That he's at least the top 1, 2, 3 running back, I hear a lot of people speak high praise upon Patrick Willis from fans of all different teams. So I think that they can say, more than what the faithful say. Of course, we want to talk up our players all the time, but he is a Hall of Fame player, and it's awesome to see him at least get some praise, some recognition for it. What's up, David?
What up, David? And also, what up to Jess from
Hey, Jess.
East Coast Red and Gold podcast? A very good show. You should go subscribe to them and check them out. And yeah, Beto, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm really excited for him. Great guy. He's been a Pro Bowler ever since he got into the league, and I concur with Miriah. The league should be happy that these players are mature enough to realize, hey, people pay the NFL to watch great players play. I don't feel that I can be at that level anymore because of injury or whatever the case is. So I'm going to save my dignity. I'm going to save the NFL a logo that everybody wants to protect. And I'm going to go and retire. I'm going to retire at the top of my game. And the NFL should reward players like this. But unfortunately, they don't. They don't. And people get snubbed a lot. But I think he'll eventually get in. He's just too good not to get in. Look at Roger Craig is still waiting to get in, unfortunately. So at least here in the Bay Area, he gets acknowledged his worth and what he did for the San Francisco 49ers. So I'm glad for him there, and I can't wait to be speaking about him when he does get inducted into the Hall of Fame, because he'll be well deserved when that day comes.
I just him and Navarro Bowman were the best linebacker core in the whole league, and it wasn't even funny. Everybody knew. It's like it is today. Everybody knows that the best linebacking core is in San Francisco today, and they know it's not even close, essentially, because the talent is so high between those two guys that they lock down the whole field.
Yep.
Willis and Bowman used to not only be able to cover people, but just the thought of them being out and around at any point in time, some around the center of the field, always in the back of anybody who was AKA some sort of receiver. If you were going out for a pass, didn't matter what your number was, there you were a target.
Yeah.
And you didn't want to be a target. So like it almost does the Hall of Fame an injustice to not have people of that quality enshrined in their Hall of Fame. It, to me, and especially when we're talking about Roger Craig.
Yeah.
I mean, it totally changed a position to making its own position and making it one of the most lucrative positions in the league, as we've seen throughout time. You know what I mean? As far as how much it can pay off in an offense and make them really nasty when you've got a back that can run for 1,000 and catch for, 800, 500. You know what I mean? Anything like, but for 1,000 or more, it's just nasty. So I think the Hall of Fame's doing itself an injustice by not having a couple of those guys in there. So that's my thought.
I agree.
Let's see. We got Corey Davis in the house.
Hey,
Shout out to
Corey.
Corey Davis.
What's up?
Thank you for stopping
OG
in, sir.
gangsta.
And if you don't know, all the faithful in the building, Corey has a Thursday night show, 49ers trivia. So if you want to test your 49er mettle and your bravado, please roll through on Thursday night. And you can answer the questions too. He'll take your tally and you can tune in on Sunday and get your results. So make sure you go check Corey out. He does a really good job there. Corey Lockdown Davis. Let's see. Next question. Now, Beto, I asked you this last night, so I'm going to start with Miriah. You can definitely give me your opinion afterwards. I just want to make sure she gets the floor first. Does Jimmy G's injury situation give you any pause going forward as far as how the 49ers handle things, as far as how accurate they are on things? Do you have any kind of is there always going to be some sort of asterisk in your mind from here on out after this?
I really haven't thought about it, to be honest. So, I mean, that would lead me to say no.
Right?
And I mean, are we saying because once he went to go do his test over at the Raiders, they said your shit's screwed up, you need to have surgery, and the 49ers hadn't said that, or what?
Well, yeah, but also they didn't put him on IR last year, expecting him to come back in the playoffs. And if he's not able to sign a contract with the Raiders, why is he able to come back in December and play? To me, that makes no sense.
I mean, they're not going to know, though, when his injury first happens, how it's going to heal in 3-4 months. So had they put him on IR and it wasted that, I mean, we didn't have no IR spots, we're down to the limit of IR spots to be able to bring people back. So, I mean, how did they know? It obviously didn't heal how it was supposed to heal, but at the time of the injury, the 49ers didn't know that. So they're hoping that it's going to heal well enough for him to be able to come back and play. Obviously, it didn't. He didn't come back. They didn't have him play.
But there seems to be a pattern.
Had they suited him out there and him been out there playing on it, and then he goes to sign a new contract with another team, and they say, "Oh yeah, this isn't right," then yeah.
Well, how come both Jimmy and Trey both needed a secondary operation afterwards? That's I don't know what I'm trying to point my finger at, but I think there's something to be alarmed about, because if we can't either figure out if people are healthy enough to come back and play, or we're not able to get them to the right professionals that can get the surgery done right. You know what I mean? We've had so many players that couldn't come back on time. Look at Weston Richburg. He was, for a whole year, he was just another week, or could be back any day now or any other week. And that was a whole season of that. You know what I mean? What is the malfunction? Is it some people they're just straight lying to us on? Is there some that they're just totally inept? What is the...
I mean, that second cleanup surgery on Trey's ankle doesn't have nothing to do with the 49ers, I don't think. I don't think we can blame them for that. There's tons of people that have surgeries and
No, I get
everything.
that.
My wife's had cleanup surgeries on her surgeries tons of times. Like that's, I mean, you can't blame the 49ers for that. They didn't do the surgery.
Now is your because a lot of these players go to some of the best in the business. You know what I'm saying? So
But yeah, they can afford to. Why wouldn't you?
right. So I don't know if I'd necessarily compare,
I
you know,
love those
our
answers.
experiences with the doctors they get. You know what I mean? But
No, but
I'm
still,
not saying
any surgeries, regardless,
right. I
injuries, I
understand.
mean, that shit happens. You can't, how would that be the 49ers' fault? So to blame them for a cleanup surgery because Trey's having pain after his ankle heals and the tools, a fucking bolt in his ankle is hitting the like things wrong. Like, I just
The
don't,
tendon.
yeah, that just
Yeah.
doesn't, I don't understand how that is the 49ers' fault.
Well,
Now the Richburg shit, yeah, I'm with you there. Like, yeah, there's some weird stuff definitely that goes on with injuries. I'm all aboard that, but to
it
blame
seems like the
cleanup
only
surgeries
person
on the 49ers is kind of weird.
seems like the only person who came back on time and okay was Nick Bosa, who went off and did his own private thing. And that's kind of pointing to the fact that there's something going on there. You know what I mean? The only guy who really has success anytime lately was a guy who went, Solomon Thomas. Solomon Thomas might have done all right too after his ACL or MCL. But he went on to the Raiders, so I didn't really get to see much. But he also got to go to the Jets, so I'm guessing he was okay after that too. But it just seems like a lot of people, like Raheem Mostert said that he got rushed back. I don't know if they're rushing people back. I'm just saying, I think there's something in this process. Like, didn't Debo come back? And then, or was it Debo? God, there's so many people. I can't remember who's who. Ted and I were talking about today. Somebody came back for like 2 weeks, turned around. Oh, it was Debo. He got hurt for 2 weeks, or he got hurt, came back for 2 weeks, and immediately pulled his groin. You know what I mean? It's like, we can't keep people healthy on this team. And I'm not saying that it's necessarily docked. I don't know what to put my finger on. All I know is that we're not getting what we should be getting out of
maybe the rehabilitation team, whoever. I mean, that would have something to do with that, you know, whoever they're rehabbing with around the facility for stuff like that. And I'm with you all there. I just don't think the Trey Lance screw thing can be connected there.
It depends, because was it not screwed in all the way from the get-go? Was there something that happened?
Again, that's not the 49ers fault. They're not doing the surgery.
Right.
Like,
but
how are you blaming the 49ers? Now,
but
the people they have working for them rehabbing these guys back, I can see. You're blaming them. You're blaming the strength and conditioning staff, whatever. But their doctor's not doing the freaking surgery.
No, but the Niners will set people up with people, right?
And the player can have second opinions. They can go see this doctor. The players can choose. I mean, the 49ers aren't saying you have to see this doctor. You can only have surgery with this doctor.
No, I got you. But normally, like, I don't know, I haven't heard a lot of people just kind of go off and take the second option unless they thought there was something really wrong with the first. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like look at Trey with who he was getting for his quarterback coach. Oh, hey, we know what's wrong with you. We're going to go send you over here. They're going to fix you. 2 years of not being fixed. Then Trey.
Okay, that's a completely different thing now. Like, we can't blame. We're blaming injuries and surgeries and getting rushed back, and now mechanics and quarterback coach.
Thought process as we'll send you to our guy. It's the same thought process. We'll send you to our guy. We know best. We'll send you to our guy. It's the same thing. I'm not saying that Trey's injury and his throwing motion or any way sort of links. I'm saying that the 49ers mindset of we've got people we think are the best we're going to send you to, but it shows we're not getting the best results out of what the people they're sending them to. That's what I'm trying to make.
Okay.
Beto, your thoughts?
Oh, sorry, I fell asleep.
Take a side.
No, I ain't taking no side. If I do, I'm taking
Take
Miriah's
a
side.
You're a smart man. Smart man.
Dude. Players have second opinions, bro. Players ultimately, some players don't even are honest with themselves, much less with the team of what's going on. And it can go both ways. Sometimes teams are responsible. Sometimes the player not being totally honest with the team. So the team can only go, and they say, well, they talk to their doctor, but if the doctor belongs to Jimmy, or Jim is Jim's personal doctor, So I don't know. It's all I know is he's no longer on this team. He's with the Raiders, and he's their problem. They knew about this before they signed him, and they still wanted to sign him. So now they're trying to figure out how to backstep on theirs or what to do. And I'm sitting here as a Niner fan, like, welcome to our misery. Raider fans were always making fun of Niners for dealing with the shit issues of Jimmy. Now it's like payback's a bitch. Now the same guy that you were making fun of with us, like Niners dealing with Jimmy. Well, hey, I guess if you can't beat them, join them, right? They couldn't beat us, so they joined us. Now they took Jimmy. Now all these Raider fans are like, man, instead of talking shit to the Niner fans, we should have been more understanding.
Yeah. You get that bad juju.
Yeah.
It's you said that he's their problem. Well, he's their problem when he can pass the physical. Right now, he's his own problem.
Yeah.
Well,
if he doesn't pass the physical, there's
I do want him to pass the physical because I want that comp pick.
Yep.
That's the only interest that I have.
I don't even care about the comp pick. I just want him on another roster.
I don't even care if he plays for the Raiders. Just pass.
Right.
I don't care if he plays, if he's a backup, just pass the damn physical, get our comp, and then whatever happens to him. I don't care. I want a comp pick because, our comp pick that we got from McClinchy is going to just even out for the Hargrave pick. So that's going to just wash. So the one, the second best one is Jimmy. So stop being a bitch, Jimmy. Take your foot out of your ass and go and get past that physical.
You better pass this physical, Jimmy, or you're gonna fail us for another time. Like,
he's gonna fail the Niner fans without even being on the team.
Yeah.
Go figure.
It's
Even
crazy.
from another team, he's failing us.
It's crazy that the Raiders knew, they had this situation on their hands, and they didn't try to get a better backup than Hoyer going into the season. Like,
it's ridiculous.
And a rookie, do you think
that's-
they would have tried harder to sign back whoever Stidham or whoever they had last year?
That's the coach,
that
though.
was their
He's an
guy.
idiot.
Yeah, he is an idiot.
Why wouldn't you just want Stidham anyways? He seemed like a good, solid backup.
Yep.
Why not just have him waiting in the ranks? You could figure out what you're doing at starter. All else fails, maybe he becomes your starter after he, is in the system enough and, figures out everything, becomes the smartest brain in the room. You know what I mean? Because you bring.
McDaniel is out to screw up with the AFC West, bro. He came to the Broncos, screwed up the Broncos. He leaves. Raiders are stupid enough to call on him. He's coming back to the West, and now he's screwing with the Raiders.
Well,
if he gets another head coaching job after this, like, good Lord.
Yeah.
Well, the Raiders let go the special team coordinator, whatever that guy's name, who got their shit team to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Got the shit team to right. Obviously, everybody was liked him. They were playing their ass off for him. They believed in him.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you've got it on your team, you don't just I don't know.
They
It
were
made
buying
no sense.
into what he was. Yeah.
I understand why the Colts didn't hire Jeff Saturday as their head coach. Okay, it didn't. That experiment didn't work. This other one did.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
That's why I'm wondering if Stidham didn't want to come back there. I
wouldn't blame
we're
him.
hearing about now. Devontae Adams obviously has made it clear he doesn't want to be there. Josh Jacobs, he hasn't even signed his freaking tag yet. He doesn't want to fucking come back there. It's like, so your star players don't want to be there.
It's
so maybe
because
he
the
didn't want to
decision
freaking sign
making.
there. He's like, yeah, I'm out of here.
I don't mind, man, woman. I don't care who's my boss. I don't. I'll take orders from anybody as long as I feel that they're competent enough to be in charge of me. You know what I mean? If you're going to have me doing dumb stuff all the time, make me go do my work twice, going to do all this stuff, I have no confidence in you, and I am going to let you know that.
Yeah.
If I feel like you are the leader and I have confidence in you, I'm going to do whatever you say, even though it doesn't necessarily make sense to me. You've already shown me in the past that you've made good decisions. So even though my immediate response is this doesn't make sense, all my past experiences are going to go, it all worked out in the past. Just shut up and do it, Ryan. You know what I mean? And that's not the feeling I get from the Raiders. And it shows throughout their decisions, how their players leave, how they kick their good players off. You know what I mean? Like
Mark Davis is a joke, bro.
Oh, bro. Holy shit.
He's a joke, bro. He's a joke. They have no money. They're broke. I mean, they're so broke that they have to bring in Tom Brady as a minor owner so they can use his money to bail out of shit.
If the Chucky doll was a Nepo baby.
Mark, stop going to the nudie bars and giving away the dollars. You don't have Jerry money. You're not Jerry Jones.
Did you see his like $1 billion house or whatever that he's built or something like that? Like all of a sudden he goes, doesn't spend a dime forever, right? And then all of a sudden he moves to Vegas and now he's just blowing money left and right. Then people in the top of the organization have to fucking leave.
Money's not the only thing he's blowing.
They're being investigated by who are they being investigated? What federal 3-letter agency were they being investigated by? There's something.
I know, we know it's not the CIA.
No, it was something about having to do with like
internal affairs or not.
No, it's like, like checking to see if they were like cooking the books or like doing the right thing, like maybe where they were getting kickbacks or like money that they shouldn't have been from some.
Aruna. What's up, buddy?
Oh, we got Aruna in the house. Oh shoot! What up, Aruna?
But they're a joke, bro. They're a joke organization. In my opinion, we're giving them way too much time.
Fate. Resign Jimmy G. I missed that energy on Twitter, Waruna. Oh, he's joking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Did you see that? Hoyer is solid, and then he says Hoyer is good as long as he doesn't have to play.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He's Hoyer, the best clipboard holder you can get, bro. Like he holds that thing real well. Like he doesn't even let the pages like flip up at the bottom. When it blows wind, he's like holding it sturdy down at the bottom like that. Always got his pen tied to it, so it's never getting lost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you replace that clipboard with a football and all shit goes to, like, oh, pigskin. No, I'd rather deal with the tree in my hand. Yeah,
man, those are some rough days with Hoyer.
Good to see you around, Waruna. Appreciate you stopping in, sir.
Yeah, a good friend of mine. He's a huge Raider fan, and he has his own show, big following. For the last 2 years, giving me nothing but shit about the Jimmy G. The Niners, if you guys didn't have Jimmy G, you guys would have did this and that. Oh my God, I can't believe you guys have Jimmy G. I can't believe all this stuff. When I heard he was going, I called him. He hanged up on me twice. He would not take my phone call because he knew what my phone call was about. He's like, son of a Campbell. Well, I'm like, hey, it's Mark Davis, man, your boy. And then McDaniel, the idiot over there, that's his boy, Jimmy. And then you let go of Stidham for Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
What? I don't know, bro.
That's why I try not to talk too much crap that I know that, the team can't back up, because I'm not trying to eat my words. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. And I will have to admit that I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Like, if you go rub my nose and shit, you know what I'm saying? I am going to have to admit that my nose got shit on it. You know what I mean?
Be careful the toes you step on today, because they may be attached to an ass you have to kiss tomorrow.
There you go. I love that.
Yeah. Hey, Don.
We got Don Dodson in the house.
Say hi to the girls for us.
Yep.
Oh, oops. There we go. What up, Don? Now we gotta I just cursed, so I gotta be no cursing. So Matt Mayoko put out a article a couple hours ago where he interviewed Brock Purdy, and Brock Purdy is still not throwing a ball yet. He's still throwing the towel. As far as we know, with what this article said, that was like put out 4 hours ago, 3 hours ago. Purdy says that he has a lot to clean up with how he operates. I'm guessing operates the offense and how he sees the defenses. So that's what he's been working on right now, as far as essentially is like all that mental stuff, which is the best thing he can be doing right now when he can't throw. And this
Stop running to the right, you moron. Or to your left, actually.
And this has been one of my biggest things. You know what I mean? Is those almost interceptions once a game. And I think this is what he's trying to attack. So, Beto, let me hear your thoughts on his comments here.
One thing, I don't know the guy personally, but for what I've seen, you can tell he's a person of integrity. You can tell that what his word means a lot to himself, to others. So good luck, John Lynch, to try to get this kid to lie. He's not going to lie for you or Kyle. They ask him, how are you doing? He's like, I don't know if I'm going to play this year. I don't know if I'm going to throw the football. He's being honest. I'm taking it day by day. I'm pretty sure John Lynch and Kyle hate that part of him. Like, say this or say that. He's like, no. He's taking it day by day, man. I got a feeling. I understand he wants to be that starter, and he wants that job. Who does it? I don't care if you're Trey, if you're him, or you're even Sam. As a player, you want to be the main guy on a team. I just hope that they don't rush him back, and I don't hope they don't pressure him to come back with this bullshit about, well, if Trey gets an opportunity, he might take away your job crap. And then they tell Trey the same thing, because the Niners are trying to build these two guys, right, to the best out of them, but they don't realize they can be hurting them in the process of trying to have them kind of go at each other. And it's like, dude, he'll play, he'll be ready when he's ready, and if it ain't week 1, if it's week 5, it is week 5. What's the hurry? Trey's capable of winning. He might not win the whole thing. He might not be the best, whatever. He might not, but he can win against the Steelers and that shitty ass offense they have over there. Come on. And then we're playing the Rams week 2. Come on. There's no need to hurry up Purdy.
Let's say you've got no faith in Trey Lance, right? Okay. You got no faith, but we've seen that he could win at least half of his games. So if Brock Purdy can't be back till week 5, Trey Lance can at least win 2 games. And that gives you a great, you know what I mean? We were 3-5 last year. You know what I'm saying? Starting out week 5, 2-2, that's not bad. And I'm not saying that's the end all be all. I think Trey could do more than that. But seriously, from what we've seen from Trey, if you think what we've seen already is what we're going to see from here on out, Trey can still win half of his games by the time Brock Purdy gets back. Yeah, Miriah, what's your thoughts? Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. You said you don't want to start slow either. I know we have in the past, but we were a game away from playing the NFC Championship at home instead of Philly. So you do want to start fast, but I don't want them to pull Trey out either because they're desperate. Trey has a bad first half. Let's put in Purdy. No, if you're going to start him, let him finish. Good or bad. If not, don't even start him then. Put Brock if that's the way you're thinking, but don't put him in and the minute the half is not going the way you want it. Now the next half, here comes Brock. You know how they're saying you can have 2 quarterbacks, you have none? Don't do that shit. Either let him play and show you what he can or cannot do, but let him show you.
It's like in baseball. Sometimes you got to let the pitcher get himself out of that jam so he can have the confidence for himself. You know what I mean? And prove it to himself.
Miriah,
but you gotta give him the leash to hang himself on. Miriah, let's get what else you could get in.
Yeah.
No, I completely agree with Beto on the Brock's a kid of integrity and his word, because thought about that a lot. You know, you can tell when you're listening to the pressers and stuff and he's up there talking, he's very, very careful about what he says. He's not somebody that's going to get up there and slip and say something that he's going to wake up the next morning and regret seeing all over Twitter and everywhere, right? Like he knows what he's saying when he gets up there.
John's cute. I'm sorry.
Well, he doesn't have a problem with being absolute about something he's confident in, but he won't sell you down the river on something he's not confident on.
Exactly.
So that's one thing I really like about him. You could you totally know where he's at when he's talking.
And we kind of need that, right? Because we already have, you know, a coach that can get up there and blow smoke, you know, and we have no idea when he's lying, when he's not.
Yeah.
You know, we
Blow
don't
smoke
find out
in every crevice.
till 6 months down the line, you know, a year down the line. Oh, Kyle was right. He was telling the truth about this. Oh no, Kyle was lying about this, right? We have John Lynch that gets up there and wants, you know, to rush Purdy back. You know, if it was up to him, Purdy would already be back throwing yesterday, right? Like he'd be already starting
2 days
ready
after
to go.
surgery.
Yeah, like so it's kind of refreshing to, and Trey's as well. It gets up there and he's very well spoken, you know, like, and it's very refreshing for both of them, you know, to listen to them get up there and just, I don't know, just that's how I can sum it up. Refreshing to listen to them talk. And then, the thing that I've been worried about the most is them rushing him back and he's not ready to come back. And then, you know, and I always say this, that, you know, as a competitive person, obviously playing football, and, you know, on Brock's side, he's watching two guys compete for his job right now. So now, and then, you know, you have the organization saying, oh, he's a leader in the clubhouse. Oh, he's going to be back by training camp. He's going to be ready by week 1, you know? And so, you know, I don't want Brock to be thinking, well, I need to rush myself back because I'm losing my job right now, you know? So I'm going to not be honest with the organization, and I'm not going to tell them, you know, that maybe I'm still feeling a little bit of pain, or I'm still maybe 80%. I'm going to tell them I'm 95%, right? Like, so that I can get back in there and get not, you know, lose my starting job, you know, especially as the last pick of the draft to come in and finally get that chance. You know, like some people get drafted in that spot and you're never going to get the opportunity. And maybe he never would have if the quarterbacks ahead of him didn't ever get hurt, you know, like we would not know who Brock was, right? Like, and it might have been 6-10 years before he ever got in there and got to prove a point. Like, you don't know being drafted in that spot, right? And so, but he did get in there. And so you're thinking, okay, so I already beat all these odds, right? I was the last pick of the draft, but I overcame that. You know, I was the starting quarterback for the 49ers for whatever reasons. It doesn't matter. You're the starting quarterback, right? And now I'm going to sit here and let that all slip away because maybe I'm not quite where I need to be, you know? So it's just, you know, hopefully, and, you know, goes back to what you were saying earlier, Ryan, about, you know, how the organization is dealing with these injuries, right? Are they going to rush him back? Is he going to rush himself back? Are they going to play this how it needs to be played? Or are they all so worried about winning that they don't really give a shit and they're willing to rush him back? And God forbid something happens and there goes his career, you know, in the future. But back to the question, that's awesome that he's working on that, because I mean, what else is he supposed to be doing, right? Like, if you can't throw, then you obviously should be working on any part of your game that you can possibly get better at. And as much as people want to think that he's the next Tom Brady, he still does have a lot to improve on. So there's that.
Yep.
I like how you put in there and it said I was saying before that, you know, the 49ers, you know, kind of might be pressuring him by what they say out in the media and whatnot. And I love how you drew the lines there about Brock Purdy's last pick in the draft, gets his chance. He's now the start, the guy, the leader in the clubhouse, but yet now you've got Trey Lance and all this updated, and Kyle is saying all these things about Trey Lance and coming to his back, which we haven't seen him do before with a quarterback. Maybe without even thinking about it, they're doing it. You know what I mean? And maybe that's what other people see, because I don't know, like sometimes when you have respect and you care for people and this and that, they don't even have to ask you to do something, and you try and do something on your own accord to try and show them that you care for them. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a team. You know what I mean? Like, if you could come back early, why wouldn't you want to do that for your team, without even somebody asking? It's just, to me, if you're any sort of a teammate, that would be something you would look forward to do to help your team out, is come back as soon as possible. You know what I mean? And, even if you got to gut it out, you know what I mean? That's what you do for your teammates, right? So I loved how you draw those lines there.
Kyle's not going to ask Brock Purdy to come sooner than he feels to come back, because he just doesn't want to be that SOB to do that. But he's indirectly saying, how he's indirectly saying, and again, this is no China on Trey Lance, but he could be saying Trey Lance looks good, like all these big things about Trey, so that Brock's like, oh shit, I need to push myself faster. I need to get back on that field. And he's using Trey to get to Brock to do it, because he doesn't want to be directly to Brock. And now, if that's true, then Kyle, you know what? That's, man, bro, I have another word for you, and I'm not going to say it today, but that's just totally wrong. You know what I mean? It's like, and Brock's so naive, 7th round pick, bro. Come on. 7th round pick. You're not even supposed to be throwing a football. And they can use that pressure against him.
I don't think Brock's naive.
Well, maybe naive is not the wrong word. Just he's not naive. What's the word I'm looking for? Where he's like the little guy, and these guys are like the big,
impressionable.
Impressionable. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, very impressionable by John Lynch. And you would think John Lynch, out of all people, would be more understanding as a player, right? Kyle only played a little bit in college, but John Lynch, come on.
I swear, the way John Lynch gets Twitter pated over these quarterbacks sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like he falls in love with these guys, and it was Jimmy beforehand, and it's now it's Brock. And I think he just, it's like when you start dating somebody and you go over to your friend's house and then you can't shut up about them, right? Like every conversation goes back to them in some way, and something reminds you of them.
Love.
Right. And to me, I think that's just how it is. John can't see past that to see what he's doing half the time. And he just thinks he's just being a cheerleader. You know what I'm saying? He just thinks he's being the number one cheerleader, when he's kind of a catalyst for, things to happen. I don't know. And he's a catalyst for like extra heat and stuff like that. I don't think he understands how much his talking up of certain people and kind of conflicts with how he's talked of other people, and how it could show as, like favoritism at times.
Especially at his position. But there's been times with, like, my brother, when we were younger, his girlfriend was a pain in the ass. I saw her right through her, but he's all, I love her. Yep. He's all lovey-dovey. He couldn't see, he refused to see it, or I don't know what. And then finally, when he got the real view of what I've been seeing all along, he was like that, Sometimes John can be the same way. It's like he sees what he wants to see.
Don't you see her manipulating you, bro?
Yeah. No. It's like, I mean, you can catch, sometimes people are so naive, they can catch the person with their hand in the cookie jar and still making excuse. Like when people get hit, I won't say just girls, but, gets hit. Well, there's a reason why he hit me. There ain't no damn reason why he hit you. You know what I mean? Or you don't understand, he loves me though. I'm like, give me a break. Are you that crazy that you think somebody loves you because they hit you? No. You're so blind to it. And I think John is the same way with right now with Brock. And I'm not saying Brock is not the answer, but give Trey's the good Samaritan over here saying, hey, give me a chance. Let me show you what I can do. At least if I show you and I can't do it, then you can get rid of me. But don't get rid of me just because, and don't fake the funk either. Don't say, we'll give you a chance and then not really give it to you.
Yeah.
Because that would suck for Trey. Because if Trey doesn't do nothing here, it's going to be hard for him to do anything somewhere else, man. Because his reputation is riding so much on John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan's decision right now. And that sucks for Trey.
Yeah. Oh, we got Steve on the house, allegedly.
Hey, Steve-o.
Yeah, really.
Allegedly.
Steve was on your show the other day. I'm like, oh my goodness, he took a shower and looked good on your show. He's like, Mira.
Was he on mine?
Or one of your, I mean, yeah.
It might have been on.
Probably Bryant's or Corey's, but
I know
you guys are all together.
I called it early one night, and Bryant and Steve-o had a show, but I can't remember. He could have been on mine too.
Yeah, he was all nice cut, dressed. I'm like, Mira,
huh?
Mira. You were drinking milk and cookies instead of Budweiser. That way, no.
So I asked you this question last night, Beto. I'm gonna start with Miriah, and you can put your 2 cents in afterwards and fill in.
That's his way of saying he's afraid of you, Miriah.
No,
I'm kidding. I know.
If anybody wants to hear the full length version of what Beto says, you can go watch the NWO show from last night. Right after this.
I'll see you guys
I'm
next
just
week.
saying.
I'm kidding.
You can kick, but
no, I'm kidding.
CMC said that Kyle's scheme is the most sustainable scheme out there, essentially. What's your thoughts? We don't know what context he means by sustainable. I think it's kind of like without being able to just get shut down. You know what I mean? Like when they do something, you switch to this, and then when they do something to stop, you switch to this, and they do this, and then they go back to the circle. So, you know what I mean? There's probably other ways to cut through the center and go to another. You know what I mean? What's your thoughts on his statement there?
Well, it could be. I think it has a lot to do with the personnel too. The fact that you have, essentially Pro Bowlers, across your entire offense. I think that doesn't hurt. But yeah, I mean, we know Kyle's obviously, he gets called a genius for that, for his play calling, for his schemings, for his, everything in that regard. So, yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't have too much wonderful thoughts on it.
Steve-o's other bitching on Porsche Joe. Sorry, Miriah. He's like, where's my shit? It's been, where'd you send it to? China?
Hey, Steve-o, maybe calm down on the timelines of the cards, bro.
They're free, right? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But if they're free, it's like, come on, bro. Really? I only complain about shit that I buy and I want it at a certain date, then I'll complain.
Exactly.
But free?
Mm-hmm.
Beto had a bad experience with some guy complaining about a jersey and couldn't wait to the end of the month.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like free, but they didn't buy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
the one he wanted, all this, finally got it all together, and he says, I'll get it to you at the end of the month because, I ain't got my everything's lined up right now. Yep. Let me get it to you at that, which is understandable. Look, life happens, people. You know what I'm saying? Life happens, things happen.
It's always like you don't want to give giveaways. You don't want to do giveaways because people are so demanding, right? Like, I'm pretty sure Miriah has gone through her share of, where's my shit? I'm like, she's giving her shit. She's paying for this stuff out of her pocket. She's giving it out on the show. She's making her show fun for you to watch. And then you're going to give her a timeline like, where's my shit? Come on, man.
So I thought Miriah had sent my package off. Sorry. I I thought she had sent my package. Well, I gotta fuck up on another name for the rest of the night.
I'm sorry, bro.
So I thought she had sent it off, and
It's
I
that
thought the
face of yours.
crackheads had stolen on me,
Oh,
and I
crap.
hadn't, and I didn't even ask her about it, and she goes, "Oh, hey, just to let you know, I sent those off, and this was like, I don't know, about a month later. Just to let you know, I sent those off, and I was like, oh, okay, good. I thought the crackheads stole it. Like I hadn't even come to her and been like, hey, did you
Look-
send that yet? You
look,
know what I mean?
Steve-O.
I had just already assumed the crackheads stole
I
it.
haven't even opened the package you sent me. She sent this to me, what, maybe about almost a month ago?
Oh yeah, hey.
And I haven't
open
even
that
opened
up?
it yet. Not that I don't appreciate what you send me, but
Why don't you open it up?
I don't have scissors. I was trying to do that earlier when you guys were talking.
Why don't you just use
It's
a
not
finger?
like it's not like it's just paper. I mean, I like you. She secures it, but I'm like, God dang, tape all over the envelope. I'm not trying to rip it. I'm dying to see. I'm dying to see what's in it, but I keep putting it down. And I keep
I guess
forgetting.
I had to cut it open too.
Oh, I got it. Oh, look at. See when you use your teeth. All right, here we go.
Here,
Damn,
let's
Miriah.
put Beto in the big screen
Oh my goodness.
so you can show off all his fancy dancy cards.
I don't want to lose your address. I'm gonna save that on my phone.
I probably shouldn't, dox her either.
Huh? Oh
Now that-
shit! I looked up and I said, "Who's that cute fat guy?"
Oh, did he get your blood pumping?
I'm like, "Hey, I saw something moving." I'm like, "Hey,
6 to midnight, huh? 6 to
Heck yeah.
midnight.
ooh, Christian McCaffrey, yeah,
Oh, you jerk.
yep." And Trey Lance, I love it. Is it? I don't. Yeah, look at it.
You're gonna-
Hold on, guys.
Oh,
if I
that's
can
a
see it.
sick one.
That one.
Mariah, how come I
Yeah.
didn't get a cool Trey Lance like that? Ah, joking.
Rookie card.
Oh, wow.
See, now I have to forget Brock. Now I'm gonna have to root for Trey this year. Okay, you can get me off now.
No, we like it like that. Everybody's got the hard-ons for you.
Me included.
Yeah. See, look at that.
All right. Oh, you like to put me on top, huh? Oh, there you could put me in the
No,
bottom.
you're
again.
back on bottom. You're definitely a bottom.
White. White privilege.
Well, we did kind of, win. You know what I mean? Like Santa Ana got pushed down. You know what I'm saying? So you're representing the southern part of America. You know what I'm saying?
See?
I'm in Washington. You're in California.
See?
This is not just color. This is geographical. And look at where Miriah is. She's off to the right
the
of
left.
both. Everything I own in a box to the left.
He said to the left. Look where she's at. She's to the left. This dude. Bro, you think when you shaved off some of your facial hair, you'd shave for some of your brain?
You think it would be the facial hair, not the regular hair on top of the head connected to the brain? You wouldn't think it would be this.
Oh,
It
yeah, I was thinking the wrong head, bro.
Oh, Beto, stick with me. Stick with me, Beto.
Wrong
We only
head.
got
Stick
we
with
only
me.
gotta-
That's not. Yeah,
we
it doesn't go
only-
together.
Hey,
We
do
don't
me
want
a-
it sticky.
do me a favor. Spell run 3 times.
Yeah. And you know how to. I remember who did that one time. I was laughing, and they were doing it. And they still didn't understand what they were saying or spelling.
Have you seen our? Have you seen? Oh, Friday nights. We have a sponsor for Friday nights, and
It's in your
their
sponsor.
their ad read. Their ad read's pretty fresh. Have you seen that, Miriah, yet on Friday night?
He has a
Oh.
huge sponsor.
Yeah, it's huge, Miriah. Where did this? Oh, that's right. I'm up here.
I
Here we
admire.
go.
I don't even have a sponsor. There you go.
Wow.
Hardwood, wax, and shine.
Yeah, I got the whole promo, the read, the promo code just for anybody who wants to know, is Run Now. That's RUN now. So make sure you go and check out Renob's Hardwood Wax and Shine.
They keep you hard all day.
No, it keeps it shiny. It keeps your hardwood lasting longer.
Oh, lasting longer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get the slogan
think-
right, Beto.
Yeah. This is why I don't have a sponsor. I can't get the shit right.
You know, one day, Beto.
They just give me pan dulce and I'm happy.
You know, Beto, I might be able to talk to Renob, and you know, I could train you. You know what I'm saying? I could train you.
But well, define what training would.
He's gonna
Partake
train you
of.
how to shine your knob.
Yeah. To be careful with you, bro.
What's those?
I'll just send you a 7-year-old kid.
What's the name of something when you read it backwards? It means something or something like that. Isn't there like is there a name for that?
Yeah, there is. But
Yeah.
it is.
Just remember, Renob's Wax and Shine. Hardwood Wax and Shine. My bad. See, look, you got me messing up
if
on
you
my
don't
own.
wax it, it won't shine.
Yeah. So,
Can you imagine if a man waxed, you know what, and get a genie to come out?
bro, imagine a
You get 3
13-year-old kid
wishes.
waxing his genie. Imagine how many wishes he could have.
That's all we need.
Miriah, before we get out of here, this is a question from last night. I wanted to kind of get your opinion on it too. 49ers will be playing the Raiders in the joint practice up in your neck of the woods. What kind of news do you want to hear out of the joint practice that really would mean something to you? Like, I don't expect the Raiders to be, you know, a good test of our mettle, but you know, like, they got Devontae Adams there and they got other things going on. What do you want to hear out of training camp that would give, you know, some semblance of the 49ers being a decent team this year?
Well, I'm hoping to see it with my own eyes. So let's start there, because I'm hoping that they're open to the public and then I'll be able to go. So we're keeping our fingers crossed for that. But what can you really hope other than keep it competitive? You know, like, don't go in there and let you hear that the Raiders freaking made us look like some chumps, because then obviously we have some problems, right? But I mean, it should kind of sound the other way around, because they are chumps. So we should be making them look as if. Probably, I don't even know, is Devontae Adams even going to be there practicing? Is he going to hold out? Is he going to be traded by then? Who even knows what their team's going to look like come that point? So,
Bro,
I was hoping Jimmy was going to be the quarterback at least, so because that would
I
have
got
at least
3
made it
cards.
interesting.
These are badass.
But from the sounds of it, he won't be there at the time. So yeah, so they're going to have like a Hoyer-led shit show, like
A Hoyer lift. A Hoyer lift.
I mean, what what are we expecting?
yeah, that's why, you know, the best thing that anybody could come up with last night is like testing Demo and all the other guys in our press man type coverage against Devontae Adams, which I think that's a great measure. Also, I think our safety, Brown, and then Luter, I want to see what he does, but also Braden Willis.
I want to see Jackson.
Oh yeah, Drake Jackson.
Action Jackson.
He looks like a beast this year.
Yeah, but so does freaking
Kinlaw? Every year.
Kinlaw.
Kinlaw does every year, but what is
He's looking in the best shape of his life.
Yeah,
But
until
really,
he goes onto the field.
he looks, I don't know. Last time I seen him, he looked just like every other year.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
He's always got hella abs. He's always got hella muscles. I mean, I don't see him getting it's just like the same guy every year. You know what I mean? Like last year he had me all fooled. He was doing like one leg stand-ups, like one leg squats and stuff, like all by
Karate
himself
Kid
with like
without the
weights.
kick.
Yeah, and then like totally didn't do anything. Like
Unless
maybe you
he's
should,
hitting hats off people's heads. He was
Bro.
practicing the shit out of that.
bro. Like you
He's
saw
the
that one
best
video where
swapper.
he's doing all this, and I was
Yeah.
like, man, if I was wearing a hat, I'd be scared as hell right now.
Yeah. Good thing they're wearing helmets, not hats. Baseball players would need to watch out.
I said
Steve
this
said
last
looks are
night.
deceiving.
I said this last night. I was like, look, I hope he goes out and balls out, because that'll help him get a job somewhere else next year, because I don't have trust on him being consistent whatsoever. Not even if he comes out and has one good year. I've got so many other years of inconsistency and not being available that I can't do it. It's, to me, there's no way
Too much inconsistent.
there's no way
Yeah,
you
the,
bring
four-
him.
the 49ers better not
Hargrave.
fall for that shit again.
We have this replacement in Hargrave, and then we have what's his name? The young kid that didn't play, was redshirted all year last year.
Khalil Davis.
Yeah, Khalil
Yes.
Davis. He's gonna be fine backing up Hargrave. We don't need Mr. Kinlaw and his bad knees. You know why he got bad knees, right? Too much.
No,
his
come
knees.
on now. I think what it was is just being a man and playing through pain. He probably didn't have the money to do certain things, and he probably just played through pain. You know what I mean? He couldn't get surgeries.
You're a
You know what
better
I mean?
man than me, bro.
I don't know.
I bought a jersey of his ass like a dummy, and it's just been sitting in my closet, never worn it. I'm like, no, sitting right next to Jimmy's.
That makes sense. Why Beto's so hard on him.
Yep. I spent all the money. And you know how much it cost to buy a jersey for me? It's not cheap. Daddy killed 2 cows.
You're getting leather jerseys?
I don't know. What do they make jerseys out of? I don't know.
Probably plastic.
Oh, then.
Probably some, you probably take, 4 or 5 2-liters and turn it into a NFL jersey or something like that. Haven't you seen that? Somebody will take they take 2 2-liter bottles and they can make a fleece jacket out of it.
Yeah, it's not gonna work for me, bro. Probably like 2 cakes.
Need 2 kegs to make a 49ers jersey. What's it
2
made out
liters
of?
are probably gonna get my sleeve.
Yeah.
348 pounds proud.
There you go.
That was like 3 years ago.
I mean, but to be fair, if anybody has seen the food that you make, we probably would all be weighing 348 pounds. So
Yeah. I love to, yeah.
because man, Beto be putting it down on the barbecue.
Love to bar. Yeah. Tonight, I was gonna do it last night, but tonight I'm gonna do the salmon. I'm gonna smoke salmon for tomorrow.
Corey Davis is calling you out here, Beto. He says, NinerSickness, I thought you was an A's fan. What are you doing with that Giants logo behind you?
Yeah, I was like, in the word was.
He's not a Las Vegas A's fan.
No. Listen, I supported the A's. I always loved the A's and the Giants. My wife's a Giants fan, so there's a lot of Giants stuff here. So I was in the background, supported the Giants, but A's were. But I have tattoos of the Lakers, the Niners. I never put a tattoo of the A's, only for the fact that owners, you just got me. I'm sick of that owner. We develop players. We're a farmer. We develop players and then we send them away to other teams so they
It's
can
like
be
he's
great over
Al
there.
Davis, but
It's worse.
But
Al Davis.
they hate each other. It's funny. They're like the same people, but
So-
they hate each other.
I finally made a stand, bro. I'm supporting the Giants. I told my wife I'm supporting the Giants, F the A's, and I've never hated a team that I follow for so many years as much as I do. It's just I think that the owners should. If the owner ever sells, then I'll revisit that. But the owner, and I should say the A's. I should say the owner. The owner, he doesn't. There's some teams that struggle, but you can see the owner putting effort and trying to build trying to play good and try to do good, but the team just sucks for whatever reason, I can live with that. When you don't do nothing but want to make money, or you don't do nothing for your team, and then now you're taking them out of California. Nope, I had enough, bro.
Hey,
What are they?
Pete.
10-45 right now? Yeah, I think kiss my ass.
Shout out to Peter. Appreciate you stopping in, sir.
What's up,
Thank
Peter?
you.
Peter's going to
this
be
is
on
me.
my show tomorrow with Mr. Brian Cope and McNiner.
Oh, wonderful. What time are you
Very
guys
nice.
doing that show?
I wanted you to come on, but you're too popular.
Huh?
You're too popular to be on my shows anymore.
Am I?
Yeah, you're always welcome, bro. You're family. Miriah too, but I think Miriah can only handle us once a week, and I don't blame her. I have to see Ryan
Small
twice.
Small doses with us.
Yeah, no, you don't want to OD on us, yeah.
Mhm.
But I'm doing.
She was
I
about
know,
ready to leave halfway through.
You got.
I'm already looking for my exit door right now.
I'm doing my show at 6:30 tomorrow because somebody did a show last week while Jess and the East Coast were doing hers, and she got mad at that individual. I don't want her to get mad at me. And that person that she got mad at is in this life right now, and her name is not Miriah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, did you hear it?
We already talked about the time of my Friday show. Will start at it will start at 6.
No,
instead of
not
5.
Friday, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah,
Yep,
she's not
what
talking
happened?
about our show. She's talking about her Eastern, the one she has on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, I know better. So her starts at 5. I'll start mine at 6:30.
Yeah, I just was going with what
I
Joe
told you,
and I
I know
said.
you don't do things intentionally, bro.
No, not at all.
No, I know if you do it, you did it from the spur of the moment type of thing. I got to know you enough where you're not one of those condescending individuals that does shit deliberately, not care about other people. So
There's no way we
excuse.
could possibly keep up without. I mean, shit. Every time I schedule a show, I look and there's freaking 30 other shows going. So
It is hard to try to, yeah, bro. And if you really rely on that, you're never going to have a show.
exactly.
Okay, today I can't have it because so and so. Next week,
Mhm.
forget it.
Yeah,
I
you'll
just
be having it
figured you
at
have
3
a
in the
show.
morning.
You have a show. Those that come, they come. And those,
Yeah,
I don't know, but
I mean they're recorded, so you can watch it on playback.
yeah.
And that's
But yeah, you're
that's
welcome
it.
to come on, Ryan. If you like.
What do you got going the rest of the week? We'll get that out of the way, and then we can wrap this up here.
That tomorrow, and then on Friday with Jess at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard, 8 o'clock Eastern. We have the Niners Now podcast,
Which is a separate channel. So
which
not
is a
only
separate
should
channel.
you should not only go out and subscribe to East Coast Red and Gold podcast, but also the Niners Now.
And we have it on YouTube now, so go and subscribe on YouTube. Then the Niners Now podcast. Thank you for saying that. 'Cause I forget. It's still on my channel until we get it to grow, but it's definitely going to be on that channel as well. And then our shows every Tuesday here with Miriah and Ryan, and on Mondays it's NWO with the guys, with Ryan as well. I believe next week's on your channel, right, Miriah?
Next week's on your channel.
Oh, mine? Okay. Cool. So, but yeah, we go on each other's channel. That's why it's important that you guys follow everybody's channel, because we do rotate each week, and you don't want to miss out thinking it's on Ryan's and it's on mine, or thinking it's on Miriah. You don't want to get confused. We do that enough on the show. So make sure to follow our channel.
Yeah, don't listen to me too long. You'll have questions more so than when it started.
Yeah, same here with me. Yeah.
Miriah, what you got going the rest of the week? Let everybody know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. TL's out of town right now visiting his mom, so we're doing it, I think, sometime Thursday. I do have it set for, I think, like 4 right now, but that could possibly change. I don't know. I'm waiting to hear about when he gets back to Vegas. So once I find out when he gets home, then I'll know when we're doing a show, but sometime Thursday probably. So, and yeah, that's all I really have planned this week.
Gotcha.
What about you, Ryan? What you got? House party? Pool party.
10-hour
got-
stream every day for the next 30 days straight.
I've got the rivalry with Joe Stevens tomorrow. I believe Joe and I should probably schedule it for some around 6 or so later, so we don't get in trouble. Other than that, I got the Friday night show that starts at 6. So after you get done watching Beto and Jess, make sure to come on over to my channel and finish out the evening. We're doing like a NFL show, not just 49ers theme, but we're talking about the whole NFL. We're trying to also, we're trying to make you laugh. We're trying to have a whole like vibe to it, a whole ambiance. We want to, put on a good show for you. We want to entertain you. We want to give you knowledge, all this type of good knowledge, insight, all that good stuff. So please stop by on and enjoy.
And if you don't have enough, you don't get enough of watching Ryan without any facial hair, make sure to follow him on Fridays. Keep watching his double chin.
We're down to like 5 hours now.
Hey, your channel's growing, by the way, bro. I looked at your channel. I'm like, look at this dude.
Oh,
you had
thank
like
you.
200 yesterday. But all seriously,
Yes.
you're growing, bro. That's good.
About a month ago, I was less than half of the subscribers I
You've been
have
taking
now.
the blue pill.
Yeah, I've been working hard. I got ideas of how things go. I'm just not fully got it all. I haven't got it all fully put together yet, but I'm grinding. You know
got
what I
like
mean?
200 plus in a month, and I looked at mine. It just got one person. Like,
Same.
like, son of a biscuit.
But yeah, with that, I want to thank everybody who joined tonight. Bebop Jones, Joey in the house, Stevo Supremo, Dina Harvey, David McNiner. We got Don Dodson, Peter from Niner Fanatics. Let's see who else. Seahawks Eddie. We had Joe Stevens. We had Jess from 49ers East Coast Gold. Red Gold East Coast Red Gold podcast.
Son
Man,
biscuit.
trying to go too fast, got it all messed up. Corey Lockdown Davis, I should say.
Oh, he don't mess his up. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
No. Oh, I had to take a second take at it. We had Steve-O in the house. I didn't even see this. We had the locker room rant. What is up? My bad. Totally forgot to.
What's
I'm
that?
guessing that's
JV.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's John V. I totally missed it. Sorry, sir. Appreciate you stopping by. Oh, we had Throwback in the house. That's true. Throwback. Yeah. I think that's everybody. Oh,
You need to
Maruna.
smoke something after the show, bro.
Oh, I've been smoking stuff doing this shit. Anyway, so there's that. I want to thank you all. Oh, we got a puppy here. Oh, and Brian
Yeah,
Cole.
who?
We got a puppy. Look.
Puppy?
Yeah, we got a puppy.
Okay. I didn't see
That's
that.
a good looking pup.
You were moving away the cameras. Is that?
That's
Have we
cute
seen that one before? New.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that a girl or boy?
Girl.
We got a good cut though. I'm telling you.
My
Look,
wife
Lola.
cuts her hair.
Look,
Really?
Lola.
Yeah.
Is that a girl or boy?
Girl.
Oh, he's trying to show yours.
Look, Lola. Ooh.
Look, a friend.
They don't
Another
get
one.
it.
The other one was over in the back sleeping.
My other poodle likes white dogs. It's a racist, so
Right?
I like your dog. It's specifically white curly haired dogs he likes.
Blonde.
Oh, well, hey, he's got his style. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You'll see a white curly haired dog come and he's all over her, man.
yeah.
My
Crazy.
neighbor has a dog, and she's like older lady. She's like very eminent, trying to get his male to sleep with my female. I'm like, I'm not putting my female with any male, and he's always trying to pimp her male, right? And I'm like, listen, she got me mad. I go, listen, my female will not sleep with a dog without papers. Because she's Hispanic. So she looked at me. She was like, huh? Goes, you have papers? She goes, no. And my dog ain't sleeping with yours. She starts laughing. But she's trying to pimp my. I feel like that she has a 17-year-old daughter. I feel like saying, "Hey, my nephew wants to come over and be with your daughter."
Yeah.
See how you know it's
Right.
like,
Hey,
because she's very all the time. Beto, are you sure you don't want to put Lola with? Look at and she talks about her dog. I'm like, man, how many grandkids do you have? Because the way you sound with your dog, man, you pimp your kids.
Oh my god.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, Corey will be there.
And my wife always says she's the lady without a bra because she's always watering the plants. She's an old lady. She's like in her late 60s or early 60s. And she's out there with, she's a heavy lady and she's out there without a bra. And I'm like, I didn't even know with the first time. My wife told me now I can't have a conversation with her no more. And I told my wife, you ruined it for me. Yeah. It's like,
Beto can't stop seeing it now.
no,
It's just always there.
but she pissing me off. I'm going to say mine are bigger than yours.
Yeah. Unless
Yeah,
floppy,
Ryan, I
tell her.
can't get over your face, bro. You're just like, I just picture you having the facial hair going down on someone and then coming back up and looking like that.
Oh wow. If I'm gonna be with ladies, they're definitely going to be.
I never said about a lady.
hygienic. I did though, and I know who I operate with. You know what I'm saying?
I'm kidding.
Like,
I'm kidding.
I'm not trying to be no sock puppet. You know what I mean? Like,
If you drink soda from a straw, bro.
there's no. There's no slippery slope argument with a straw. You stop that.
If you ever had a missile, ice cream missile, and if you're, yeah, you gotta, you're enjoying that missile way too much, bro.
Beto,
sign.
I am gonna go out on a limb and say that you've had more phallus-shaped food in your life than I have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if it hasn't done you wrong, it won't do me wrong.
No, not at all. I can agree with there.
Okay. All right.
All shapes, sizes. Who cares?
You know what I'm saying? Who cares?
Female, males. Who cares?
Yeah. Who cares? Except if you're not,
As long as you
that's
shower.
not your- right. As long as you're.
That
as long
affects
as
me
down
more.
there's not gonna
Yeah.
melt my facial hair off. I'm good.
I don't want
with
to
it,
die
right?
down there. I want to, yeah.
Right.
You get back up, you have this full mask on. Like if you're dealing with a disease, you're like,
Yeah.
you sound like Darth Vader.
And with that, we are out. So bang bang Niner gang.
Bang bang.
That's